What's an API? And what about webhooks? Why would I, and how can I use these? These questions and more we'll talk about in this video. Let's dive into the API settings in WooCommerce. To start, head to WooCommerce, Settings, then API. The Settings submenu has one checkbox. You can either enable or disable the REST API. First, the REST API in WooCommerce is needed for our mobile app to work. It lets it see things like stock status, orders, product information, and more. It's a powerful part of WooCommerce and can do some awesome things. This is also just one example of a way to use the API as well. So to answer the question, why enable and use the REST API? It's a standardized way to access and modify your store's info. Just like our mobile app, anyone can build an integration that can see your store's status, get things like orders, customers, etc. It also has the ability to modify and create or delete information. For example, you can create and edit products via the API and much more. We'd recommend some further reading about the REST API in WooCommerce. It'll give you a better overview of what's possible and hopefully inspire some things you can do with it. The next submenu is for keys or apps. It lets you control access to the REST API. The keys are linked to users on your site, so to create a key, select Add Key. You can first write a description for the key or app, then select a user you would like to generate a key for. Finally, choose a level of access for this API, which can be read access, write access, or both read-write access. Then select Generate API Key, and WooCommerce will generate API keys for that user. You'll then see two keys and a QR code. No matter what you think about QR codes, this is an easy way to add those keys when using our mobile app instead of having to type them in. These keys will be used respectively when anything requests access to your store. You can also revoke these keys, effectively removing access to your store's data that any app using these relied on. Our last sub-navigation item is webhooks. Webhooks are a tool you can use to send an event notification. For example, when a new product is created or when a customer is created. It offers an easy way to integrate with any other type of services that support webhooks. As a quick example, let's make a webhook that posts to Facebook when a new product is added to our store. This could be a simple way to promote new products across the web instantly. Select Add Webhook to begin. From here, give your webhook a name and set its status as needed. The status options are active, paused, and disabled. Be sure it's set to active when you're ready for it to run. Next, you need to set the topic. This is the event that triggers the webhook, and we've included many for WooCommerce. Topics like order created, product deleted, and customer updated. There's even a custom topic option for more advanced webhooks. We're going to choose product created for our webhook. The next field is the delivery URL. This would be where you want the webhook event delivered. For our example, we'd want to look through the developer documentation for our social media platform of choice and find the appropriate way to send them this event notification. Finally, you need to set a secret. You can create one manually, or if left blank, this defaults to the consumer secret of the user creating this webhook. You can find this in the WooCommerce API Keys section of that user profile. Once that is set, select Save Webhook. If its status is enabled, it will start watching for new products. As it runs, you can come back to the webhook and view its logs. There will be entries showing any time it is triggered and what the response was from the other service you're integrating with. It gives you an easy way to test and debug your webhooks. That's all we have to cover in the API Settings tab. APIs are a very powerful way we have to make WooCommerce work with other services and just do really cool things. For example, you should watch Bryce's session from WooConf 2016. He used WooCommerce webhooks to deliver orders via a drone live on stage. There's a lot of good information out there about the REST API and webhooks as well, so read up and be inspired. Thanks for watching.